What is up, my chickens? It's Jasmine McDonald here today, and I am joined with my cousin.
Rokiro Haskins.
And there is
Senor
Skeletor, because why not have your best friend a skeleton? That's our best friend. We both share a best friend, you know? Not really. He's mean to us. Okay, so let's get on with the video.
So today, we are going to be doing face masks. We have this Diamond Glow peel-off mask. So, we're going to have fun with it.
You want me to go up there and show it? Yeah, closer real quick. This is what it is. Sorry if you guys can't see. We're filming 2 videos.
You should probably bring it closer and it should... Pause. Pause yours.
Huh?
Hold it.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, we're back. And closer than ever. Actually, no, I thought the video was closer to me.
Yeah, that's true. So, let's read the instructions first. Directions. Apply a thick, even layer to clean, dry skin. Is yours clean and dry?
Yeah.
It's dry.
Neither.
And void eyebrows. Now you tell me. I've done this before.
Maybe it's because you don't read.
I already read. But I've done this before. But I didn't read the instructions. I just looked for a time limit and just went. Like, I've never done a face mask before in my life till I did this. And I didn't do it right.
Did your eyebrow hairs get pulled?
No, because I mean, they're still there and everything. But I did it over my eyebrows.
You're not supposed to do that.
I didn't know. I was like, la-di-da. And there was another woman in the house, and she was like, "You're not supposed to do the eyebrows. You're not supposed to do your eyebrows."
What was that?
Alan's ex-girlfriend, Sydney.
Oh. Do you remember the one girl that was over here, that fighting girl that you worked at with Walmart? We're gonna make a pretend show. It's gonna be like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but we're gonna come up with our own name, obviously. We're silly enough. If you filmed us enough, we'd even be better than the Kardashians.
It's Keeping Up with the Haskins and Keeping Up with the McDonald's. That'd be funny. Okay, where was I? Avoid eyebrows, hairlines, and lips. Leave on for 20 to 25 minutes or until completely dry. Gently peel off mask from outer edges. Rinse thoroughly with warm water. Follow whatever, I don't know. Okay, the rest of it's not needed. So, you want to go first? Yeah. You want me to go first?
I don't care.
I'm going to go first because I have it in my head. I can't see anything. Great, fantastic. You have a hair down. No. Oops. The daisy.
Ooh, my hair is crazy. I have to wash this night. You sound like you're like dying.
There is a hair ties on the other table over there. Do you want a hair tie?
No, that's good.
Okay, well, it's thick.
Okay, and I will come to you guys since we have 2. Oh, this is hard to squeeze out.
I told you.
You didn't tell me. You just went, It stinks. I don't like the smell of it. Just girly things. Except we're just gonna call it just fall things. Just Halloween-y things. Halloweeny.
This isn't Halloween, dude.
Halloweeny.
Please
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. But everything.
Please don't get in my eyebrow.
Oliver.
See anything. It's so thick. Ah!
Ew.
I'm touching it.
Ooh, it burns. It is thick.
My thing is ruined. What What you laughing at?
You. Just girly things. Because we're girls, right?
Lost subject, didn't we?
But we're the worst girls alive. We don't act like girls.
That's true.
Everybody else in our family are like super. All the other girls. There's at least one girl that's not girly in our family, but then the rest are usually girly. Of each family, like, in our family.
I'm getting it in my eyebrows because I can't see myself. Because I don't have my glasses on.
Ooh, I got it in my hair.
I can't. Whatever, I don't care. Fuck it. Get it in the eyebrows.
Stop getting in my hair.
I really can't see like anything ever. Oh, that was actually in my eyebrow.
You're in my eyebrow.
I don't think so.
Oh, last time I checked, you were inside my eyebrow.
I'm not side checked. I was not. I am ready to go.
Ew, I gotta make sure not to get it in my hair, y'all. If you heard her directions, I got it in my eyebrow.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't even care. I'm just gonna put it in my eyebrow. I don't even...
Really, I don't care. Like,
as long as it doesn't pull out my eyebrow hair.
yeah,
Ooh, what if
it didn't pull out. It pulled out like a little bit, but it didn't like pull. That makes sense.
Do we gotta wash our hands now? Yes, sir.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay. Just girly things. You'll hear me washing my hands in the background. I have to get at least one hand clean so I can get this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't even do it for...
That's because my hair was inside it, getting inside of it.
I just want my hands to be clean. Yes, I was clean. Thank you.
That's smart.
Sure. Okay, it's gonna get hot.
Ah!
Come on now.
Not hot anymore. That's not hot.
Get your hands out of the sink. No, I want it. Mine belongs to ice.
My mom's gonna kill me.
That mine belongs to me. There we go. You want to go there? Oh, did I warn you there's going to be glitter?
No.
Well,
Glitter gets everywhere. It stays everywhere. It doesn't go away.
it's going to be on your body.
For the rest of my life.
Yeah, apparently.
That's how it's gonna be. The only way to get stuff off is use hot water.
Apparently. Oh, my
I mean, we could have ended up peeling it. We left it on our hands until it got dry, but that's too much work. Okay, go entertain our fans.
I'm going to close my hair up in the ponytail.
I gotta do that too. Do you have any hair ties?
I told you I did. It's on the other table.
Other table. Ooh, my face is cold now.
I'll fix up your thing. Hold on.
Just growing things.
I can't see anything. Did you find him?
No, I'm blind.
Oh, you're blind. I don't have any glasses on. And I wear glasses.
I wear glasses too, but I don't wear them. Ever.
No, I'm not like that.
Where'd you get all that paint at?
Walmart.
Oh, for $1?
No, yeah, 50 cents actually. But there should be one.
Well, I already got my hair in it, so it doesn't really matter too much. It was smells in here. It stinks. Guys, we'll be back. That's right, because my hair's already in it. I also have to take a shower, which I was planning on doing anyway. I have to wash my hair, because I have to start braiding my hair tonight.
I know this is. Do you want me to fix it?
Fix it half.
Picture that. Oh, you actually did get your hair in it.
Yeah.
I see now.
Ah!
Yeah.
Well,
You actually did get it in there.
it just got in there.
It was attached. Here, hold on. I'm gonna pause this video.
What?
Oh well, I'm wearing 5 minutes. Hold on, I'll close yours too. Let me go get a hair tie.
It's already been 10 minutes. We've already been doing this for 10 minutes. So guys, this is what it looks like on my face. We did it a little wrong because who cares anymore at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares? Well, now though, we are going to read you
Some books.
some scary.
Sorry guys, I just dropped you guys. So I sincerely apologize if you guys got injured. If anybody was hurt in there, please comment down below if you were hurt during that.
We put some more in her hair by accident.
Yeah, we got some in my hair, but that's...
I got some on her eyelash.
Yeah, she got some on my eyelash. My eyelash is gonna fall out. And just a little loose hair.
Just a little bit. It's literally just like a little bit on the bottom lashes. And it's like on 1, 2.
That's really creepy.
I can't
You look
see.
so really gold. Look at this little bright hair right here.
Okay, so we're gonna read you some stories while we wait from this book. It's called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. 3 books to chill your bones. We'll take turns. I'm pretty far on this one, actually. We're gonna skip.
You should show them the pictures.
We will. Okay, this one's called The Big Toe. A boy was digging at the edge of the garden when he saw a big toe. My bad. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something, so he gave it a good hard jerk, and it came off in his hand. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. "It looks nice and plump," she said. "I'll put it in the soup, and we'll have it for supper."
Nice and plump.
See, I did actually burn myself. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that. Okay. That night, his father carved the toe into 3 pieces. Is it?
Here, your lip.
Sure is. Hold on. That night, his father carved the toe into 3 pieces, and they each had a piece. Then they did the dishes, and when it got dark, they went to bed. The boy fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night, a sound awakened him. That's what it says. I know how to read. Sometimes. It was something out in the street. It was a voice, and it was calling to him. "Where is my toe?" It groaned. When the boy heard that, he got very scared, but he thought, "It didn't know where I am. It doesn't know where I am. It never will find me." Then he heard the voice once more, only now it was closer. "Where is my toe?" Oh, don't put it on me. No, stop!
Wait,
Gross. I'm wiping it on my pants. The boy pulled the blankets over his head and closed his eyes. "I'll go to sleep," he thought. "When I wake up, it will be gone." But soon he heard the back door open, and again he heard the voice. "Where is my toe?" It groaned. Then the boy heard the footsteps move through the kitchen, into the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall. Then slowly they climbed the stairs. Closer and closer they came. Soon they were in the upstairs hall. Now they were outside his door. "Where is my toe?" the voice groaned. His door opened. Shaken with fear, he listened as the footsteps slowly moved through the dark toward his bed. Then they stopped. "Where is my toe?" the voice ground.
It's in my stomach.
You got it! The book actually prompts you to do that. See? Okay, this part's a little extra part of it. The big toe also has another ending. When the boy hears a voice calling for its toe, he finds a strange-looking creature up inside the chimney. The boy is so frightened, he can't move. He just stands there and stares at it. Finally, he asks, what you got such big eyes for? This is not Little Red Riding Hood. And the creature answers, to look you through and through.
Kind of sounds like Little Red Riding Hood, doesn't it?
What you got such big claws for? To scratch up your grave. What you got such a big mouth for? To swallow you whole.
You're gonna swallow him whole.
What you got such sharp teeth for? To chomp your bones! Ah!
Did it say to do that?
It did. It said jump at your friends. That literally it says that. It says that in the thing, I promise you. As you give the last line, pounce on one of your friends. You're one of my friends.
Yeah, I'm your cousin.
We're going on this adventure.
Are you little ready?
The walk. How much? This is itchy. Like,
What?
this is itchy. I don't have it right here.
I don't have an itch anywhere. Burns, not itch.
Doesn't burn. Doesn't burn me. Is it actually burning you? Start to peel it away.
What?
Because that's not good for your skin. I mean, is it like a stinging? Hold on, stop. Is it like a stinging burn? Is it like a burn?
It's like a cold burn.
It's just like a cold. Like it's just
kind
cold.
Of.
Scare me. Help me. The walk. My uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who was walking down that road.
It's peeling all over.
Yeah, it is, but like this part right here is like still wet.
Yeah, I know. It's like some wet, some dry.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is this part peeling off me?
Yeah, it's starting
It
to.
feels like it.
I know, I can feel it. He came upon a man. Hold on, let me restart. My uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who also was walking down that road. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was scared of my uncle, and my uncle was scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and it began to get dark. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was very scared of my uncle, and my uncle was very scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and they came to a big woods. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was really scared of my uncle, and my uncle was really scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and deep down into the woods they went. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was terrible scared of my uncle, and my uncle was terrible scared of... Ah! That's what it says. It says now.
I know. Why do you think it wasn't scary?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Let me read a story to you.
I've already read most of these.
What? You didn't even look at my messenger.
I sure didn't. And that's because it just came on through. This one's really good. What do you come for? There was an old woman who lived all by herself, and she was very lonely. Sitting in the kitchen one night, she said, "Oh, I wish I had some company."
I kind of want to go pick up Senor Skeletor.
No sooner had she spoken than down the chimney tumbled 2 feet, from which the flesh had rotted. The old woman stopped. The old woman's eyes. That's why it itches because it's peeling. It's like right here at the edge of my nose.
You just breathed it in, kind of. Makes it look like you have wrinkles.
Then 2 legs dropped to the hearth and attached themselves to the feet. Oh wait, hold on. The old woman's eyes bulged with terror. Then two legs dropped to the earth and attached themselves to the feet. Then a body tumbled down. Then two arms and a man's head. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a great gangling man. The man danced around and around the room. Faster and faster he went. Then he stopped and he looked into her eyes. "What do you come for?" she asked in a small voice that shivered and shook. "What do I come for?" he said. "I come for you!" Ha! Forgot to jump at you. Said Stompier. It says, as you shout the last word, stomp your foot and jump at someone nearby. Okay, we're gonna skip that one.
Kiki, Kali, Molly, Dingo, Dingo.
We're gonna skip that one. We're gonna skip that one. Ooh, that's one good.
Alright. Ted Martin.
Oh, you have to say the title.
Oh, The Thing. Ted Martin and Sam Miller were good friends. They spent a lot of time together. On this particular night, they were sitting at on a fence near the post office,
It's in my actually.
talking
Yeah,
about
so you know.
one thing and another. There was a field of turnips across the road. Suddenly, they saw something crawl out of the field and stand up. It looked like a man, but in the dark, it was hard to tell for sure. Then it was gone, but soon it appeared again. It walked halfway across the road, then it turned around and went back into the fields. Then it came out a third time and started toward them. By now, Ted and Sam were scared, and they started to running.
They started to run in?
They started running. You read that wrong. But when they finally stopped, they decided they were being foolish. They weren't sure what had scared them, so they decided to go back and get a better look. Pretty soon they saw it, for it was coming to meet them. It was wearing black pants and a white shirt and black suspenders. Sam said, "I'm going to try to touch it, then we'll know if it's real." He walked up to it and peered into its face. It had bright, penetrating eyes sunk deep in its head. It looked like a skeleton. Ted took one look and screamed, and again he and Sam ran, but this time the skeleton followed them. When they got to Ted's house, they stood in the doorway and watched it. It stayed out in the road for a while, then it disappeared. A year later, Ted got sick and died. Toward the end, Sam sat up with him every night. The night Ted died, Sam said he looked just like the skeleton.
Well, isn't that a little creepy?
Yeah.
Cold as clay.
There's someone here.
No, that was Robert.
Oh,
A farmer had a daughter from whom he cared more than anything on earth. She fell in love with a farmhand named Jim, but the farmer did not think Jim was good enough for his daughter. To keep them apart, he sent her to live with her uncle on the other side of the country. Soon after she left, Jim got sick, and he wasted away and died. Everyone said he died of a broken heart. The farmer felt so guilty about Jim's death, he could not tell his daughter what had happened. She continued to think about Jim and the life they might have had together. One night, many weeks later, there was a knock on her uncle's door. When the girl opened the door, Jim was standing there. "Your father asked me to get you," he said. "I came on his best horse." Is there anything wrong?" she asked. "I don't know," he said. She packed a few things and they left. She rode behind him, clinging to his waist. Soon he complained of a headache. "It aches something terrible," he told her. She put her hand on his forehead. "Why, you're as cold as clay," she said. "I hope you are not ill." And she wrapped her handkerchief around his head. They traveled so swiftly that in a few hours they reached the farm. The girl quickly dismounted and knocked on the door. Her father was startled to see her. "Did you send for me?" she asked. "No, I didn't," he said. She turned to Jim, but he was gone, and so was the horse. They went to the stable to look for them. The horse was there. It was covered with sweat and trembling with fear, but there was no sign of Jim. Terrified, her father told her the truth about Jim's death. Then quickly he went to see Jim's parents. They decided to open his grave. The corpse was in its coffin, but around its head they found the girl's handkerchief. No, that one was not that great.
we still have 5 minutes. It feels like it's been 12 hours.
Oh, this one's pretty good. This one's good. Read that one. That's a long one.
I don't know how to read out loud.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, I'm terrible at reading out loud. I can read in my head.
Okay, The Haunted House. This one I've read part of these. One time a preacher went to see if he could put a haunt to rest at a house in his settlement. The house had been haunted for about 10 years. Several people had tried to stay there all night, but they always would get scared out by the haunt. So this preacher took his Bible and went to the house, went on in, built himself a good fire and lit a lamp. Sat there reading the Bible. Then, just before midnight, he heard something start up in the cellar, walking back and forth, back and forth. Then it sounded like somebody was trying to scream and got choked off. Then there was a lot of thrashing around and struggling, and finally everything got quiet. The old preacher took up his Bible again. Could start reading. He heard footsteps coming up the cellar stairs. He sat watching the doors to the cellar, and the footsteps kept coming closer and closer. He saw the doorknob turn, and when the door began to open, he jumped up and hollered, "What do you want?" The door shut back easy-like, and there wasn't a sound. The preacher was trembling a little bit, but he finally opened the Bible and read a while. Then he got up and laid the book on the chair and went to mending the fire. Then the haunt started walking again, and step, step, step up the cellar stairs. The old preacher sat watching the door, saw the doorknob turn, and the door opened. It looked like a young woman. He backed up and said, "Who are you? What do you want?" This is the woman. This is the woman.
Don't want eggs and up.
No, thank you.
Doesn't want eggs.
No, thank you. I already had eggs this morning.
The haunt sort of swayed like she didn't know what to do. Then she just faded out. The old preacher waited, and when he didn't hear any more noises, he went over and shut the door. He was sweating and trembling all over, but he was a brave man, and he thought he'd be able to see it through. So he turned his chair to where he could watch, and he sat down and waited. It wasn't long before he heard the haunt start up again. Slowly, step, 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 step. Closer and closer. Step, step. And it was right at the door. The preacher stood up and held his Bible out before him. Then the knob slowly turned and the door opened wide. This time, the preacher spoke quietly. He said, "In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, who are you and what do you want?" The haunt came right across the room straight to him and took hold of his coat. It was a young woman about 20 years old. Her hair was torn and tangled, and the flesh was dropping off her face, so he could see the bones and part of her teeth. She had no eyeballs, but there was a sort of blue light way back in her eye socket, and she had no nose to her face. Then she started talking. It sounded like her voice was coming and going with the wind blowing it. She told how her lover had killed her for her money and buried her in the cellar. She said if the preacher would dig up her bones and bury her properly, she could rest. Then she told him to take the end joint of the little finger from her left hand and to lay it in the collection plate at the next church meeting, and he'd find out who had murdered her. And she said, "If you come back here once more after that, you'll hear my voice at midnight, and I'll tell you where my money is hid. You can give it to the church." The haunt sobbed like she was tired, and she sunk down towards the floor then, and was gone. The preacher found her bones and buried them in the graveyard. The next Sunday, the preacher put the finger bone in the collection plate, and when a certain man happened to touch it, it stuck to his hand. The man jumped up and rubbed and scraped and tore at that bone, trying to get it off. Then he went to screaming like he was going crazy. Well, he confessed to the murder, and they took him on to jail. After the man was hung, the preacher went back to that house one midnight, and the haunt's voice told him to dig under the hearthrug. He did, and he found a big sack of money. And where that haunt had held on to his coat, the print of those bony fingers was burned right into the cloth. It never did come out. Oh, this one's pretty good. You have 30 seconds left. So I'm going to read this last one before we get down. So I'm going to read this last one and then we're going to peel off our face mask. Okay, that sounds good? There's still a little section here that's still wet. So. The guess. A young man and his wife were on a trip to visit his mother. Usually they arrived in time for supper, but they had gotten a late start, and now it was getting dark. So they decided to look for a place to stay overnight. No, you gotta let it.
I don't want to hear the ring.
It didn't do anything. It was just vibrated as well. Okay. The guess. A young man and his wife were on a trip to visit his mother. Usually they arrived in time for supper, but they had gotten a late start, and now it was getting dark. So they decided to look for a place to stay overnight and to go on in the morning. Just off the road, they saw a small house in the woods. Maybe they rent rooms, the wife said. So they stopped to ask. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, your phone everywhere, please. An elderly man and woman came to the door. They didn't rent rooms, they said, but they would be glad to have them stay overnight as their guests. They had plenty of room, and they would enjoy the company. The old woman made coffee and brought out some cake, and the four of them talked for a while. Then the young couple were taken to their room. They again explained that they wanted to pay for this, but the old man said he would not accept any money. The young couple got up early the next morning before the host had awakened. On a table near the front door, they left an envelope with some money in it for the room. Then they went on to the next town. They stopped in a restaurant and had breakfast. When they told the owner where they had stayed, he was shocked. That can't be, he said. That house burned to the ground, and the man and the woman who lived there died in the fire. The young couple could not believe it, so they went back to the house. Only now, there was no house. All they found was a burnt-out shell. They stood staring at the ruins, trying to understand what had happened. Then the woman screamed. In the rubble was a badly burnt table, like the one they had seen by the front door. On the table was the envelope they had left that morning. Alright, it's time to peel off
Look at
these
this one.
masks. Alright, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna bring my
Why isn't the steak covered up?
I don't know, Robert.
Did you have a steak last night?
No, I had one this morning though.
Then why isn't it covered up?
But it wasn't covered up when I got it either, so that's fine.
Stuck in my eyebrow.
That's a long peel, y'all.
Oh, it's stuck in my eyebrow.
Wait for it.
Why do we shampoo our hair but we don't shampoo our eyebrows?
You do if you wash your face.
I do, but you don't put it on your eyebrows.
I do.
Are you supposed to?
I don't know, but I do. My baby, yeah.
Some of it's still wet.
It's wet and it's I'm putting some on my face apparently. Put soap in your eyebrows and that bad of a thing. It's so wet. It's so wet.
Okay, why is it so wet? We waited like more than 25 minutes.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Maybe we applied it too thick.
Video is 34 minutes. My video is 34 minutes long.
Mine's 5 minutes actually.
Because we qualified to be first and then we qualified yours.
And at least 34 minutes of it was us petting this on our face.
34 of it?
I mean, yeah, it only took a minute for us to do our intro.
Yeah. Ah!
So we've at least had this on our face for like...
At least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's lifeless. Because that's what it says. It says on the directions. It says 20 to 25 minutes.
Are you sure it didn't say 20 to 25 hours?
I'm sure it said 20 to 25 minutes.
I still got some in my hair. We're gonna have to deal with that later. It's so, a lot of it's so wet. It's mainly my cheeks though.
Yeah, 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah, it's really it's right here.
Yeah.
And like, well, no, this part's dry. And it's like right here. So.
Even the ones on my eyebrow is dry.
Mine wet. This eyebrow is dry.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video, because we're just going to have this without our face, because my video is about to be exceeded the limit of amount of video you're allowed to have on my phone, because it's only allowed to have 40 minutes. So bye guys!